What's good, y'all? It's the only podcast that keeps your ears to the streets while you grinding the 419. It's Mud Talk. It's your homie Big T. And I have a special guest host with me today. She was so nice that we had to do it twice. And Miss Shay Renee will be back in a couple weeks because she's out there supporting our babies. But let's give it on up for Miss Tierra Armstrong, who's back with us. Shout out to Miss T. What's good?
Hey, how y'all feeling?
How you feeling?
I feel amazing.
That's good. You got paid today?
Nope. But every day is payday.
Facts.
So,
true.
no.
Big facts. All right. Well, shout out to Miss Shay Renee, who could not be here today. She is actually, I believe, in Philly. Her daughters are on a drill team / dance team called Justice, and they're at a competition this weekend. So shout out to them. Good luck to them, and I hope they win.
Good luck, y'all.
Yes. And she'll be back in a couple weeks. All right. So
wait, they in competition for a couple weeks?
Well, she'll be back on the show in a couple weeks.
Oh, I was about to say, doing things differently now.
DD4L. All right, y'all. First of all, we want to say thank you to everybody who watched our premiere episode actually 2 weeks ago. We hit almost 1,000 views between the Facebook stream and the YouTube live. That was super crazy. I was not expecting it, but I appreciate it all. Thank you for the love and for everybody who tapped in. We appreciate you, and we hope that you return back today. All right, so we have a lot on the show today. We actually have a special guest with us. Miss Talia's own Rihanna Yvette will be in the building. Hey. She's here. Hey. She's going to talk to us everything about fashion and some fashion do's and fashion don'ts. Because some of y'all be doing more don'ts than do's.
A whole lot of don'ts.
A whole lot of don'ts. So we definitely going to tap in with her in just a few minutes. But we also have 2 segments on here going down today. First, we have the Love Advice Corner that Miss Shay always does, and she's not here, so Miss T is going to take over. So if you're watching, make sure you go into the 419 Grind page and put your questions in the comments below, and we will answer them on the air. And then also, we know everybody has a lot of frustration. It's the end of the month, and so we have a new segment on here called Fuck Your Feelings Friday. And if you got something you want to get off your chest, drop it in the comments below, and we will read them on air. If you want to remain anonymous, I promise we will. So we don't want to bring no baby daddy, baby mama drama to the show.
Yeah, don't drop no names.
No name drops, okay?
Keep it gender related.
Yeah,
Shim, him, her, them, they.
All of that, okay? All right. So before we get into anything, we have some news that we have to give to you. Of course, we want to keep you tapped in on what's going around in the 419. First things first is 2 Bgsu fraternities were suspended for alleged hazing and alcohol incidents. Phi Delta Theta has been suspended for having alcohol parties that led to calls to emergency services. Delta Chi was already suspended for hazing. One fraternity at Bgsu was suspended, and a second had a suspension extended on Tuesday for alleged incidents of hazing and parties with excessive drinking. According to Bgsu spokesperson Alex Solis, the Delta Chi fraternity was initially suspended in the summer of 2021 for a hazing violation of Code of Student Conduct. The suspension was supposed to last 1 year. However, Solis said the university has received concerning reports regarding the fraternity's off-campus activity. So they are no longer active for a while because of just wilding out and hazing and things that are just not cool. So I didn't know that was still a thing in fraternities. So.
And who are these fraternities again?
Well, it's not the Divine Nine. So this is definitely, this was Phi Delta Theta and Delta Chi.
Gotcha.
Don't sound like Divine Nine to me.
I was going to say, well, it's not us. So.
It was not us.
We didn't make the news this week, y'all.
Yes. All right. In other news, Central Michigan University apologizes for giving students full ride scholarships by mistake. Of course, yeah, I know, it's crazy. So Central Michigan University is apologizing for giving a full ride scholarship to hopeful students by mistake. The university claimed there was a messaging technology testing error. A full ride scholarship sounded like a dream for many students who went to their emails and were surprised by the email that they received a full scholarship. The university had to revoke that and send out an email saying that it was an error and that they would be compensated in some sort of way towards their expenses.
That's not fair.
Not fair at all.
Because, I mean, didn't Mark Jacobs just do like some type of computer thing where everything was like $10?
Yeah.
Yes.
And they delivered everybody's stuff for $10. Yep. So I feel like if you falsify my scholarship, I should get it.
I agree. And, you know,
crazy.
And especially because those students were so looking forward to it, and you don't know how that kind of messed up their budget. So now they have to like go and refigure out everything. So
I mean, if I don't have money,
That's
like
sad.
yeah. That's also like a traumatizing experience too.
50%. discount, please.
Yes.
Accommodate room and board for free.
Please do something.
That's crazy.
All right. And in music news, shout out to Adele. Adele had a problem with her show. It did not go off like she wanted due to COVID. She had to postpone her Las Vegas residency last minute. But for her fans who bought tickets, she actually FaceTimed them through Instagram to, give them like a little moment and to kind of make up for everything. She's hoping that everything will turn out for the best, and she's hoping within a few weeks that her show will be able to go on as planned. She will be in the Las Vegas area for quite some time for her residency. The tour was canceled due to COVID-related issues, due to things not being ordered on time or in back order. So she is hoping that her tour weekends with Adele will be able to go off as planned. So,
see, accommodations.
Shout out to Adele. Can we give her some snaps?
Like her.
Give her some snaps. We love Adele here on the Mud Talk. And last but not least, it is a big day here in the TOL, especially at the University of Toledo. Coming up tomorrow, actually, the Aspiring Minority Youth Conference will be taking place with the Excel program. Hill Harper, who is an actor on ABC's The Good Doctor and best-selling author, as well as Jeff Johnson, who is an award-winning journalist and alumnus of the University of Toledo, will speak at UT's 38th Annual Conference for Aspiring Minority Youth. The event is sponsored by Toledo Excel, which is a long-time scholarship incentive program at U Toledo in Owens Corning. It starts at 8:30 a.m. tomorrow in the Thompson Student Union Auditorium. So I know y'all kids ain't doing nothing, so get y'all butts up, go to sleep, stop TikToking, and get on up and go ahead and listen to what Mr. Hill Harper and Jeff Johnson. I know him as Cousin Jeff, from Rap to the Basement. Jeff. Cousin, go ahead and listen to what Cousin Jeff got to say.
Cousin.
We all love Cousin Jeff on the show.
We'll be in the building.
Oh, shout out to Hearts in the building.
We will definitely be in the building. Then I'm going to take a nap.
Yep, please do. Please do. It's very early in the morning. It lasts about 12?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long time. So, yeah, have fun with that. All right. So that is our news for today to keep you plugged and tapped in. And, yeah. So how you feeling? You feeling good?
I'm feeling good. Yeah, I don't have nobody to say if today for
Not today.
I don't have no situation yet.
I feel it. All right. Well, speaking of that, we have our segment of the show. It's called Tips with T. It's where I give you 5 tips on things that you should not do. 2 weeks ago, I gave you tips on what you shouldn't do when you pull up to your kid's school, because y'all was just.
How did that work? Did everybody not do what you said?
I don't even know, and I feel like
You work at the school. Did you see anybody pull up with stuff you said don't do?
Well, we haven't really been in school because of weather related and whatnot. True. So I'll let you know next week.
That would have been a perfect. It was probably plenty of mamas that pulled up in their pajamas, because I was about 2 seconds from dropping off my son in my robe. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all.
Listen, all right. So this week's tips with T is 5 things on what not to do at the bar. Now, y'all know that I was a bartender at Spotlight. Shout out to my Spotlight crew, and I just saw a lot of things that we just should not be doing at the bar. Like, I don't understand why you're doing it. So I'm going to give y'all 5 things on what not to do at the bar. Number 5, stop messing up these people's bathroom. Okay? Go into the bathroom, take your selfies, keep it moving. Stop tearing up their toilet paper dispensers. Stop tearing up their stuff. Just use the bathroom and keep it moving. Take your selfies, and everybody will be good. Otherwise, these people going to start making y'all use porta potties, and nobody wants to use a porta potty. Okay? Number 4, if you can't do the Tamia hustle, get your ass off the floor.
Agreed.
Okay? Y'all had 10 years to learn how to do this hustle, and y'all still can't get it.
Agreed.
So, you know what? At this point, you just need to stick to the Cupid Shuffle or the Wobble, and we'll be good.
Listen.
All right? Number 3, don't order drinks you can't pronounce. We serve rosé, not rose. Okay? So, if you can't pronounce it, you shouldn't be ordering, okay? Number 2, do not shout at your bartender across the bar, because we won't pay attention to you. We're going to keep it moving. And 9 times out of 10, when you shout at us across the bar, you'll probably be ordering a dollar shot. So we just don't do it. Okay. And number 1, this was the biggest one. Stop paying your tabs with your Cash App card, knowing you ain't got money on it. Okay. It's tacky. You know you ain't got no money on it. And we will send you a Cash App request to make sure that we get our money. Okay, so
that is horrible.
It has been done. People have come to the bar and tried to pay their tab with their Cash App card, knowing you ain't got it. But a spot.
Yeah,
because I don't have one.
It declines.
Me neither. That's all it don't decline.
So when we swipe it, it declines, and that's So like when you run when you try to run a tab or whatever, because people are tacky. Okay, but being us bartenders, we got your Cash App card, so we just gonna send you a Cash App because we can get the money either way.
Wow.
It has been done. Shout out to Aisha. We've definitely done it.
That's crazy.
So,
I have never.
Yeah, I know. So those are my tips with T, and that's the 5 things on what you should not do at the bar.
Well,
I hope somebody take heed to it, because I definitely know a few people who have done those 5 things.
we will not say names.
No, it's not gonna say names.
Take y'all Cash App cards to the bar this weekend.
Please do not.
I'm gonna talk about you if I see it.
Yep. And I'm gonna just have you refer back to the show. Okay. All right. So like I told y'all before, we have a very special guest here in the building. It's Toledo's own. She is a fashion stylist and fashionista, and she's done
celebrities.
Thank you.
She be dropping names.
Yes, she be dropping names on the book, and I be like, dang, I need to get in her circle. But it's Toledo's own. Let's give it on up for Miss Rihanna Yvette, y'all. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. It's Friday.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, I'm so glad that you came onto the show. I know we talked about it a while ago, but so glad you're here. Tell the people about you. Who are you?
Well, my name is Rihanna. I go by Rihanna Yvette. That's my first and my middle name. I'm a celebrity stylist. I attended Misa Hilton's Fashion Academy in New York. Since then, I graduated in June of 2019. I've worked with several different celebrities, from Issa Rae, Marsai Martin, Michael B. Jordan, James Harden, Mary J. Blige from Met Gala. Wow, I've done a lot of things.
The fact that you just said Mary J. Blige and Met Gala in the same sentence, I was like, whoo.
Yeah, I did the Twerkulator video.
Okay.
So yeah, I've been blessed, been very fortunate to do the things that I've done.
That's what's up. Now, how did you get into the fashion industry?
Well, I've always been into fashion, always, since I've been like 5 years old. But with this academy, my cousin had tagged me in a post on Instagram, and she said that you should look into this. And so I was like, okay. I just thought it was something that was online. I really didn't know like I would have to travel to New York. So I reached out to the academy. They gave me a call back. She was just telling me about the academy and everything like that and what I would have to do. And she was saying, like, you may get accepted, you may not, because Misa, she interviews all her students. So it was just like, okay, whatever. So I filled out the application. So probably like a week or two later, they emailed me back and said that she wanted to do a Skype interview with me. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm doing a Skype interview with Misa Hilton, like, Misa Hilton. Right. So we did the Skype interview, and she just asked me why should she accept me, and I said just because I believe I'm a spiritual person. I believe in God, and I believe that, if it's meant for me, it's meant for me. And I just told her, like, I just believe this is something that I'm meant to do, and I believe that this is my calling, and this is what God wants me to do.
Absolutely.
So at that moment, she told me that I was accepted. I have no idea how I was going to pay for this, because it was like I had to go back and forth to New York on the weekends. So it was once a month on the weekends.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh my God, like, how am I going to pay for this and pay for all my expenses and everything? Because it's not like it's a tuition reimbursement or financial aid or anything like that. Everything was out of pocket. But God always makes a way.
Absolutely.
Yes, he
So,
does.
and he made a way, you know what I mean? And I was able to still maintain, my personal things here in Toledo and still be able to travel back and forth. So it's just been a blessing ever since.
Okay. Now, with that school, is there a certain number of students that get in? And then within that certain number, like, how many actually got accepted?
Well, my class was only 5 of us, because she handpicks everybody.
Okay.
Just with the type of person that she is, she doesn't really want a lot of different, you know what I mean? She doesn't want, I should say, clout chasers around her. Just for people that are just looking, that are not genuinely there for the right reasons.
Right.
So she just like really handpicks everybody that, comes into her circle, into her program.
Okay. Now, with that being that, here in Toledo, we are a very small city, and, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Toledo is not a big market for the fashion industry.
No, not at
So what were some of the obstacles that you had to overcome with getting into the fashion business?
Well, here, I take it for, it's a lot of pros and cons. It's not a lot of people here that do what I do. So it's one of those things that I should say that it's a good thing for me, but also as far as being able to work with different celebrities and everything like that, sometimes I miss out on opportunities, but sometimes I don't. And a lot of times I don't miss out on those opportunities because I work very hard.
Right.
And I put forth so much effort, and I'm always reaching out asking, hey, do you need anything? Do you need any help? You know what I mean? I'm willing to come, like, because I'll go, you know, even if it's for a day. Like, I'm like, yeah, I'm there.
Right.
Just as well as I can put my name out there.
Okay. So who were some of your inspirations growing up when it came to fashion?
Oh man, my grandmother. My grandmother was my main inspiration because she was like always the flyest. Like, she primarily raised me, so I would always wake up every morning and watch her get dressed.
Okay.
And she worked in a factory. She retired from GM, so she still got dressed every single day. So every morning I would watch her do her makeup. I would watch her put on her clothes and everything like that. And just like she wore lipstick like every day, earrings. She always dressed like a woman. No matter where she went to, she always carried herself as a woman.
That's so dope.
So she was like my inspiration.
Okay.
Grandmas be fly.
Be fly.
They really
like
do.
She was the first woman that in like the 90s that I've ever seen that cut her hair like in a short fro and dyed it like platinum blonde.
Oh wow.
And it was like so fly, and I was like, oh my God, you know.
And grandmas, like you said, they do be fly. I used to be like, Grandma, where we going? To the grocery store. Why are you getting dressed to the grocery store?
Nowhere.
Yes.
Like we are really like going to like family food and then coming back. Like why are you getting dressed to go to family food? Like
And
I
she
don't
was
understand
cooking with her pearls on and the apron. Like my granny was that type.
Yes.
Like
That's dope.
dressed from sun up to sundown.
That's dope. Now, do you have any fashion icons that you are looking forward to work with?
Yes. Trina is one of my.
Okay.
I love Trina. I love Ashanti. I actually am in the process of doing some stuff with Trina. So,
Okay.
yeah, and it's funny how like just things just work because she was someone that I wrote down in my my journal that I wanted to work for in 2018. 2018, I wrote in my journal that I wanted to work for Michael B. Jordan. I wanted to work with Janelle Monáe.
Okay.
I wanted to work with Trina. I wanted to work with Ashanti, and I believe that was it. And I've had the opportunity to work with, you know, a few of those. So.
And I love Trina because she's a Sagittarius just like me. So
I love her.
We vibe.
I love her.
We vibe.
I'm sorry, I was stuck on Michael B. Jordan from the beginning.
Of course
how
you
was
were.
That it was dope. It was one of those things where I didn't know that I was going to be doing it. Like they just told me like, hey, we gotta go fit Michael B. Jordan. It was his birthday. It was in February of 2020.
Okay.
And it was for his birthday party. And so they were like, oh, we got to go fit Michael B. Jordan. And I had just fitted Issa Rae because she was doing that movie, The Photograph.
Yes.
And so it was a lot of premieres and everything going on for that. So I was still on a high from that. Like I'm leaving her hotel room. Like I was just in a hotel room with Issa Rae. Like this is crazy. This is like insane to me. So, and then like they sent me to another hotel room and I'm like, okay, you know, I didn't know exactly who it was until I actually got there.
That's dope.
So yeah,
Okay.
it was amazing.
All right. So for those who are, you know, looking to get into the fashion industry, do you have any advice for them?
I would say go for it. You know what I mean? Just honestly, just do it. You know, just don't stop. Just do it. Like if you want to work with celebrities and everything, I would say hit people up on Instagram, follow different stylists. It's every stylist that works with anyone is on Instagram. That's like your portfolio.
Yeah.
And utilize that. Like for me, I take pictures of myself all the time. I'm my own brand.
Right.
I'm my project.
Hello.
You know what I mean? So if they don't see me looking a certain way, then nobody's gonna come to
Absolutely.
me. So I always tell people, you know, be your brand. You know what I mean? If you gotta post a picture, it don't matter how many likes you get. If you don't get no likes, post it.
Post it, yeah.
Keep posting, because somebody go like it. Somebody go feel you.
Absolutely.
So I always tell people that follow different stylists on Instagram, hit them up. You know what I mean? Tell them about yourself. You know, intern. You know, intern is a huge thing. You know, it's free work, but it's an experience at the same time.
And it's the networking that you're getting.
It's getting your getting your name out there because there's so many times that I've done several work for free. You know, without getting paid, but it was the experience, and I can utilize that name.
Absolutely. So. Okay. Now, before we let you go, we have a couple things we got to do. First of all, do you have any fashion do's and fashion don'ts?
Yes. As far as fashion don'ts, I really want people to fit their clothing. You know what I mean? Like tailored. You know, men wear a tailored suit. You know what I mean? Get a tailor. It's all about the fit.
Right.
It's never about what brand it is or how it looks or anything like that. It's always about the fit because you can just wear a pair of jeans and a t-shirt, and if that fit is everything, then you got a whole look.
Absolutely.
You know, so always focus on your fit. Always focus on that, and stop worrying about brands. You know what I mean? Everything, you don't have to have Gucci and Louis and Chanel and have all these different name brands to be considered quote unquote dressed or whatever. You can go to Walmart and still, you know what I mean, and pick out a fly outfit.
Absolutely.
So,
and one thing that is such a fashion don't to me, I really want people to stop wearing J's with their suits.
yeah.
I just
like the tennis shoes.
I do like the tennis shoe look, but it doesn't necessarily have to be J's.
Yeah.
I
You know what
agree.
I mean?
Yes.
Like
Okay.
you can just do like a different type of tennis
Yes.
shoe. You know?
Because some tennis shoes, they can get away with like looking casual or like business casual, and some is just looking like, I don't know if you're going to a wedding or if you're going to the after hour. Like, what are we doing?
Right.
I'm confused.
Right.
So please make it make sense, because the
Right.
math does not matter.
Right, and that's what it's all about, making your whole outfit make sense. You know
Yes.
what I mean? But and at the same time, always be confident in what you're wearing.
Okay.
And be confident in yourself.
All right. So we have a little game that we're going to play here with you. Okay. And it is called Celebrity Fashion Word Association.
Okay.
So I am going to give you a celebrity, and I want you to describe their style in one word.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right. All right. So celebrity number one, Rihanna.
Fierce.
Fierce. Definitely.
Agreed.
Yes. I love her.
Me too.
Like her whole vibe. Just
Her vibe is everything.
She don't care.
She should be on
does
Fuck Your Feelings
her.
Friday.
Yes.
Literally.
Yes.
It's just,
Yes.
this is me.
This is
Yes.
me.
Yes.
You know, she can wear a t-shirt and it's just like, girl, that's fly.
Yes.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely. All right. Celebrity number two, Kanye.
Different.
Okay.
Yeah. I would say Kanye is different.
Okay.
I get his style. I get it. You know, it's who he is. You know, he's different. So
Absolutely.
I would say his style is
Okay. Beyonce.
classic.
Yes.
She's a classic woman.
Yes. She has been. She really has been since like day one. Like even when she was in Destiny's Child and all the other stuff, it was just like she always just stood out in like everything she did with fashion and singing. It was just like, yeah, I knew Beyonce and I was just like, who are the other three? Like, who are the other
I
three?
liked about her was she was so simple.
Yes.
Like I
Yeah.
think simple is always more. And in
It
the
speaks
fashion
more.
world, yeah, people think that you, like you said, you got to have all these name brands
And you
this
don't.
over the top look and gaudy jewelry, but everything about her is just like
Simple.
Simple.
It's clean and it's pure.
Yes. All right. Celebrity number four, Chris Brown.
I would say Chris Brown, like casual. Like he's just very like just a casual person
Yeah.
as far as with a style.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen him dress
Dress
up
up
unless it was for a
anyways.
court date.
Yeah.
But
I was going to say he's transitioning
Yeah.
is the word
Yes.
I would have used.
That's a good one. Yes,
Always
There you
like
go.
it's
we don't
always
know what
some way.
phase.
Yeah, yes.
yeah, I've probably never seen him dress up before. But you know, to each his own. All right, and last one, Nicki Minaj.
She that I don't want to say the word, but she that B.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She look. I love Nicki.
I
You
do
know what I
too.
mean? I love me some Nicki.
She's a Sagittarius, so it
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
You know how we do.
I mean, y'all cool or whatever.
Listen, the Capricorns in the building.
Hello.
The goats.
Aquarius.
The goat.
The goats of capping.
No, not never. Been a lot of
cap
things,
goats.
but a liar is not one.
Yes. All right, well, Miss Rihanna Yvette, we appreciate you for stopping by the
Thank you.
mud.
Thank
Let's
you
give
for
her some
having me.
snaps and some hand claps. Yes. And can you tell the people if they ever want to, hit you up for services or styling services, how can they
Yes.
get in contact with you?
You can follow me on Facebook at Rihanna Yvette, and you can follow me on Instagram at _Rihanna Yvette.
Now,
All
are you
right.
currently taking any like projects or interns or what's new with you?
I'm just right now. Well, I'll be out of town. I'll be in New York from the 8th through the 12th for New York Fashion Week.
Okay.
Just dropping more stuff on us. Look at this resume.
So I'll be in New York. I'll be working for New York Fashion Week. But yeah, I mean, I'm open to accept new clients. I mean, any young person or whoever is ever interested in interning with me, I would be more than happy to do so.
Absolutely.
I love it.
All right, make sure y'all tap in with Miss Rihanna Yvette, y'all. Like, do not let those opportunities go to waste. Tap in, please do. So hit her up on Facebook and
Yes,
Instagram and get
yes.
connected. All right, well, it is time for our next section. It's called the Love Advice Corner. Normally Miss Shay Renee is here, but Miss T is going to handle it. And we had a question that was asked on our live earlier. And the question was, why is dating, I'm going to read this verbatim, why is dating so damn hard and frustrating?
I'm gonna answer from my city girl single life with my marriage experience. I think dating now is so hard because a lot of people don't know who they are. Mm-hmm. So we're constantly trying to jump into relationships to find ourselves, thinking that the other person is supposed to make us happy.
Okay.
But in all actuality, if you don't have your own happiness within yourself first, then that other person can't add anything to you. It's always going to be a problem because you're constantly trying to find each other.
Yeah.
Not to mention, I've been out of the dating game for a long time, but for the people that I associate with, my friends and family, the dating pool is very slim.
Yes.
In the T. I think it's just in general. I mean, I don't know, but from what I'm seeing, I think this is the generation, everybody just trying to find themselves.
Absolutely. And you know what? And I think in this generation, like, everybody's just kind of going with the flow versus being like, hey, like, these are my intentions on dating. Like, everybody just kind of like, I guess we'll see what just happens. And I'm just like, that's just not how that works, you know? Because everybody's intentions are different. Like, I may be a go with the flow type person, but I can't just make you be like that because you may have the intention of you're dating to marry, you know? But I feel like everybody's just kind of like in this go with the flow type thing. And they're just like, if we end up together, we end together. If we just, you know, knock in the boots, we just knock in the boots. Yes, I can tell I'm old because I just said knock in the boots. I didn't want to say, you know, the other word, but I mean, where is that fucking feeling?
Right.
But, you know, some people are cool with sneaky links, some people are cool with knocking boots, and then some people are just like okay with like not having the title or like not saying like we're together. So I feel like everybody's just trying to, like you said, find ourselves and just out here.
That's a problem for me.
Yeah.
Like, we should be dating with intention.
Absolutely.
Dating with a goal. I think that's the issue in life in general. Nobody has a set, and I won't say nobody because there are some people, but a lot of people don't have that end goal in mind. Like you said, we just going with the flow. So I'm dating this person. I got this person over here, homegirl over here, homeboy over here, but there's no end goal. So I don't necessarily know what I'm going for, which is why I said we're steady trying to find ourselves.
But see, I say dating is like picking a college. Like, you got to have your options open. You got to do a few tours, and then you need to make like a letter of intent, like of commitment. Like, this is what I want. I think sometimes we confuse dating with like a relationship. Dating and relationship are two totally different things. I feel like dating means like, hey, we can go on these dates and get to know each other, but I'm still gonna keep my options open. Keep my options open doesn't mean I'm smashing everybody. It just means that I'm doing a couple tours and seeing what I like.
Not a couple tours.
Yes, a couple tours, and then I may decide that I like Clark Atlanta and I want to smash Clark Atlanta and I want to make my letter of intent.
But that's where the stereotypes come in, because of course guys can do that, but if women say, oh, I'm just keeping my options open, then now we're considered to be a hoe, or I got too many, or, you know. But all in all, shout out to Lori Harvey, because she set the bar.
No fucks.
She set the bar. I love that she's so young, and she's like, this is what I want. I didn't dated however many I needed to date, but I finally found who the person is for right now. Fingers crossed, you know, in my next life.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and then she's also young, so I'm like, I'm not understanding what people want her to do. Like, if you think back to how we were, she's like the typical college age, you know what I'm saying? So if we think back to college, like, we were doing the same exact things that Lori Harvey was doing. I think that it's just a different standard because she's a woman, and everybody's just like, oh, she's a hoe, and it's just like, everybody has had a hoe face in college. Like, I don't care, male, female, whatever your pronoun is,
Very true.
Everybody has had that face, and I don't want to call her face a hoe face because I don't like that. No. I think she's enjoying being.
She's dating.
She's dating.
Fun.
She's dating, and then she decided that she wanted a letter of intent with Michael B. Jordan, and boom, and she signed and committed. So
she got to him before I did.
Yep. All right, y'all. Do we have any fuck your feeling comments? Any fuck your feeling comments before we do what we gotta do? Any fuck your feeling comments? I don't think I have any. I don't know. You know what? I do have a fuck your feelings comment for myself. You know what? To all those people who was complaining about these babies having snow days because it was too cold, and then you want to relive your trauma, fuck your feelings. Okay? Let these babies have their snow days. I'm sorry that, that your mamas and grandmamas made y'all go outside in negative 15-degree weather and you had to walk to school uphill, backhill, both ways.
First of all, which generation are we talking about? Because nobody in my generation walked to school in 37 inches of snow.
Yeah, we definitely didn't. That's why like the old heads.
Oh.
The old heads. Definitely not us.
So we talking about 50s and 60s.
Yes.
Okay.
So I respect my elders and I love them, but they was going hard on the Facebook the other day. Like, these kids is punks and this is why, this is that. And I was just like, but y'all the same generation where y'all mamas was making y'all go to the corner store and buy cigarettes. So
Right.
I'm really kind of confused with what's going on.
Hello.
So, all right. Well, if you have a fuck your feelings comment, leave it in our comment section on the 419 grind and we'll check it out and maybe we'll read it next time on the air. I want to say thank you again to Ms. Rihanna Yvette for being on our show. Yes.
Yeah.
Shout out to Miss Tierre for coming back on the show and guest host and filling in for Miss Shay Renee.
Of course.
And we want to thank everybody for listening again on this on this Mud Friday. In 2 weeks, we'll be back on February 11th. We will have tattoo artist Mr. Rax Bird, who will be in the building to talk about his tattoo business, and he also has his own show called Bird Talk. So he would be on here chatting up with us, and we are going to have a nice little chit chat with him and sit down and pull him through. All right. So as we always say, if you can't change the people around you, change the people around you. And if you can't go, sometimes you have to go left to get right, because if you don't get right, you're going to get left. And make sure you check us out on February 11th next time on Mud Talk. Deuces. Huh?